Hi, today I'm sharing my home office setup, which um, I just want to say that I'm very pleased to have it set up. Not because it's the best, because it's definitely one of the more low frills one that you will see on YouTube, but because it's something that um, really makes it more conducive for me to work at home, and also because I've been holding this off for the longest time, thinking that we will be able to return to work permanently at some point in the near future. Until recently, I just decided that yeah, I need to work on having a home office. So here it is, my 1 week old home office. So I will start off by going through the components of this mini home office. So as you can see, there is my office chair here. Okay, so for this office chair, it's from Vhive. I checked out all the office chairs. There are in this Vhive retail outlet that I visited with my husband, and this, in spite of the relatively low price point, was actually one of the most comfortable office chairs that I tried. So I think there are many different types of office chairs, including those with headrests and of course other fancier models, right? But for a basic home office chair, it definitely does its job. I would say that the design is definitely ergonomic. There is no experience of back pain whatsoever. It is in fact very similar to my office chair, my real office chair. So that's good. One thing to note is that the armrest is adjustable, so I can sit cross-legged if I want to. Interestingly, for the other side, right, it is a bit stiffer, but that's fine by me. One thing that I definitely look out for when I was looking for my old office chair is to ensure that this is thick enough, because this is a surface that I'll be sitting on for a very long period of time, daily. So if this is not thick enough, it will definitely not be comfortable for me. In terms of the wheels, I have to say that if you're interested in this chair, which I think is called the Wilson chair, you will have to note that it is a chair that doesn't come with very smooth wheels. Okay, so in terms of the user experience, it's something that may score negatively, but one thing to note is that I don't really need a lot of mobility. And as you can see, I don't have much space to maneuver around as well. So this chair definitely fits my purpose. And when I am seated on this chair, it can it can be maneuvered better than if I were to push it. In terms of my purchase experience, it was delivered 3 days after I ordered it from a retail store. One thing to note is that Vhive actually pushed this up from probably from the first floor. So along the way, all the dirt on the views came with it when this chair was delivered. So that was something that I wish didn't happen, but it was easily resolved as well. Just some Dettol spray and wet wipes. Yep. So but anyway, for the price of $139, this chair it's definitely worth it for me, and definitely fits my needs. Now moving on to the table. For this table, actually, I think I did a lot of research to make sure I know what I want. So I check out all the different types of study desks that are available, and I also look at home office setup hashtags on various social media platforms, especially Pinterest. And I figured that what really will work for me is an adjustable table, and this is a table that is manually adjustable. So I have already adjusted it so that I will not waste time trying to demonstrate, but I will just show you how it's done. If I want to move it upwards, this is already at the maximum, so if I want to move it downwards, I just need to shift it this way. As you can probably see, it can be moved pretty fast. Yeah, you just need to do it faster. Okay, so I think most people will be interested to find out, I mean, if you want an adjustable table, you will probably want an electronic one, right? Because it can move much faster, and admittedly I also find it to be more cool. But one thing that I realized when I was going through all those home office photos, right, on Pinterest, those electronic tables tend to be, they tend to have a lot of wires that can be a bit hard to manage for me. So as you can see from me, right, I actually installed this cable storage, I think, so that all the wires can be hidden behind it. Of course they still get exposed from time to time, but it's still relatively tidy. Yeah, so that is actually one of the main reasons I bought this manually adjustable table. But of course, the price point is also one of the reasons that led me to buy these. I bought this from Flight Singapore, a Shopee Singapore store. So I bought these at the price of $314. But bear in mind, I waited till the 5/5 sales, the sales that Shopee has every month. They coincide with the digit of the month, right? So for this table, it was an extremely good deal, and it was installed within half an hour by the good people from Flight. So definitely a very enjoyable experience. One thing that surprised me was that it came with wheels, because that was not part of the product description, but this actually made the table even more flexible, so I can just push it. Now I'm not sure if it's clear, but the table is now against the wall, as compared to previously it was further away from it, which was really helpful, especially in the day when the sun shines very brightly into my workspace. So yeah, this is definitely a table that fits my needs. I tend to stand twice a day, but sometimes I am lazy, so not as much. But I do like standing when I want to focus better. Yeah, somehow it works for me. So yep, now I'll move on to an important aspect of a home office setup, which is the monitor. So I think there are definitely many different types of monitors out there. I chose something that that really fits my budget as well as my needs. So this is a 23.8-inch monitor from Xiaomi. I bought this from a Shopee store called Mini Helpers, if I'm not wrong, at the price of $149. Again, I bought it during discount, so you may want to wait for a discount before you buy things on Shopee as well. Okay, so one thing to show you is that it is a pretty thin monitor, which makes it aesthetically rather pleasing for me personally. But this is a very basic monitor, because what I can do with it is just to shift it up and down. I can't really demonstrate it now, but the functions are pretty limited, to be honest. It didn't come like this. I had to install this myself, but for somebody like me with very low DIY capabilities, I was able to do it very quickly. It was very easy to set up, so thumbs up again. And I've nothing much to say except that it just does its job really well. Right, next, this is my office laptop. I didn't buy it, but if I were to review it, I would say that it's a very stable laptop. Good experience over the past 2 to 3 years. But that's that. Okay, so for my organization, I have to use mostly wired computer accessories, which explains what you see here: wired mouse, wired keyboard. Both of these are from Logitech. I bought it from Shopee. It came in a bundle, so it's about $30. Um, is this loud? For me, it is not very loud. So it's something that I like. It's also not too narrow. Definitely meets my needs. Very low frills, but it does its job. Similar, the mouse does what you should do, right? So here's my remote control to control the fan, because I don't usually switch on the aircon at home. This is my headphone stand, which I really like. Unfortunately, I do have to wear the headphones from every now and then when I have to take a call, Skype call. So I mean, it's nothing unfortunate about it, sorry. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good stand, better than, you know, having to store the earphones elsewhere. I like that it's right on the table. And this is a very simple handphone stand from Lion Shield Singapore. I think it costs about $5 or $6. It's very stable and it is adjustable, so I do like it. And allegedly it can also hold this Microsoft Surface Pro, but I haven't tried it before. Just in case you're interested, but this is a very old version of Sony headphones that does its job. It's about $30. I have had very good experience with it, but one thing to inform is that this is made of PU leather, so you'll wear off after some time. Last but not least is this Microsoft Surface Pro 7. For an amateur like me who only needs a laptop for very simple processing work, or to to check the web, read news, etc., it definitely does its job. Friends have commented that it looked rather sleek. I bought all the original accessories from Microsoft as well as Gain City Singapore. I remember that the sales from Gain City during the 5/5 sales on Shopee, wow, it was so good. So I got this at quite a discount. So in total, I paid for less than 1.6k for these. But I got this protector from elsewhere. It's from Lion Shield Singapore again. I think the price is about 20 or 30. Can't really remember, but it's definitely useful, does its job. And I have also a table lamp at the back. It has been with me for many years now, and definitely helps me when I need to study. Okay, so that's all for my home office setup tour. If you have questions, you can leave them in the comment section and I will try to answer them. I think just one last thing, I store some of the other accessories like my hard disk by the side so that they are easily reachable in some of the boxes that I have from my purchases. Okay, so that's all. If you like content like this, you can try to subscribe and like this video, and I will try to produce more content like this. Thanks.